This is just your yearly reminder that the new year does not begin in January. The new year is not almost here. It is not quickly approaching. It is very far away. We are nowhere near the new year. This is just the reminder that it makes zero sense. It does more than make no logical sense. It actually further disconnects us from the natural rhythms and cycles of the world by celebrating the new year here in the Northern Hemisphere in the dead of winter. It is the winter solstice that just passed. That is one thing that is true. The winter solstice being the darkest time of the year, the longest night of the year. But the Gregorian calendar that promotes the new year beginning in January in the dead of winter, again, here in the Northern Hemisphere, it makes no sense. And more than that, it further disconnects us from the natural rhythms of the world, the natural cycles, our intuitive, natural knowing in our body of when it's time to begin something new that is directly connected to nature, right? It is when nature is beginning something new. It is in the springtime when new things are being birthed, when flowers are blooming, when life is growing. That is the new year. That is the astrological new year. With the start of Aries season, a lot of different cultures celebrate it around that time, around February to March. The astrological new year begins with the spring equinox that is here in the Northern Hemisphere. That is around March 20th, 21st, and that is with the start of Aries season. And so that is when I will be celebrating the new year at that time. At this time, the energy is being pulled inward. It is a time of, again, the darkest time of the fucking year. It is time to go inward and to reflect and to review and to be with ourselves, to be with our loved ones, to kind of come together in a little bit of hibernation, right? It is not a time of being hyper productive and producing and pushing. Who is that profiting when we're told to start something new, to get this burst of energy in January? Who is that profiting from? We're not profiting off of pushing our bodies against its natural rhythms and cycles. That is not the time that we're in. The time, again, here in the Northern Hemisphere, it is winter. It is time to go inward. It is not time to set new intentions, to start something new, to be birthing something new. It is not the new year. It's just, that's not the time period that we're in right now. The Gregorian calendar is rather new in terms of history and for how long we've been following the natural cycles of the world. The Gregorian calendar is relatively new. It is something that was created by the Pope, right? So that our holidays could more align with their calendar. But it is not helping us. It is not doing anything good for us other than confusing our bodies even more and disconnecting us from our inner knowing, our innate knowing of when it is time to start a new cycle. So if you're not feeling the fresh start, the new beginnings coming, if you're not setting New Year's intentions, then congratulations, you're more connected to the earth, to the natural cycles of the earth than you are to a man-made construct that the Pope pulled out of its ass. That is the Gregorian calendar. So you're right on time. See how you feel when we move through February and March and we approach the spring equinox. If that naturally feels like a time when you should be setting intentions, we're starting a new cycle, it's a new year. The true new year doesn't begin until then. So carry on with 2025. It's not over. We still have a few more months of it. And yeah, enjoy the winter time here in the Northern Hemisphere and what it was designed for. That is a time of going inward, of resting, reflecting, digesting, being with your family, with your loved ones, and preparing for the new cycle that is a few months away.